Good evening, it is the 1st of May 2026 and I'm at a new venue that I haven't fished before, and this is down Bexhill near the toilets. Now I'm going to be fishing a variety of baits, but today I've got some nice fresh out lug. So that should give me an advantage when it comes to maybe if there's a bass out there. I've got fresh bluey, fresh squid, and I've got those fresh outs. So hopefully we're going to be good. I'm going to be fishing the usual, so a Portsmouth rig with 2/0 hooks, and I will go up if needed. And I'm going to be fishing a brand new pulley panel, a dongle version of the pulley panel. See how that goes tonight with 3/0 circle hooks. And I'm going to just alternate between them and see what we get. And again, as usual, I'm going to cast one far out, one close in, and we'll see how we get on with that. So this is just bluey on a dongle. .3/0 circle hooks. Okay. First thing I've got to do is actually set up my left rod, because I was here a little bit late tonight, unfortunately. And the road was closed along Bexhill Road, so I had to do a detour about 3 miles out of my way. So that wasn't good, but I'm here. And the time is, here I go, looking for my mobile phone. Time is exactly 9:05, so that's not bad. I've got 3 hours to the high tide, which is around about midnight. But in either case, I've got to get on going with this. I've already got the right rod out already, and that's got the dongle rig on there with just bluey. And now I'm going to put the Portsmouth rig out. So these have got 2/0 hook and 1/0 hook. And lug is going to be put on this. Fresh out, juicy lug. I do tend to like to get here at least an hour early, but that wasn't the case, unfortunately. And it did actually even start to rain on the way here. Right, let's get those juicy lug out, shall we? These lug are in fact juicy. Look at these. Fresh outs. These are absolutely beautiful. Look at these. Fishing with nothing but the best baits tonight. My last session, I had these lugworm, and I had a feeling even before I left they might be a bit past their best, and they certainly were. Look at that burst, full of juiciness. So now I've got my first two lug out, I can kind of set myself up a little bit more comfortable. Now we can cast out the Portsmouth rig. And the other rig has gone slightly to the left, so I'm going to put this Portsmouth rig to my right. When I first turned up to this venue, I actually went by the Google Maps images, and it showed that there was a little bit of rough ground with some patches in between. But the angler to my left, which was Martin, he had been fishing down here for quite some time and said that this was too snaggy and rocky. So I moved up beside him to the right of him. But I still felt drawn to cast to my right because I wanted to be on those edges of those rocks. It's always nice when you get your first 2 rigs out. It's really, really good positioning for both of these rods. Brilliant. So as you know by now, I like to always have 4 rigs on the go. 2 rigs always out and 2 rigs always hanging up on the, what they call it, it's the Ian's Gold, it's the bait hanger. I will remember that word. I'll put it up on the screen anyway. While that's out there, I'm going to get the next 2 rigs set up, hanging there ready and waiting for whatever comes our way. We'll go with some Bluey and Squid for the next one. So I'm going to wrap up a squid inside that Bluey. Or shall I say I'm going to wrap that Bluey inside squid. Nothing but the best baits tonight. Okay, we are slowly getting set up here. It feels slowly as well. One more rig to put out or put up. Look at these beautiful fresh outs there. Look at them. So I'm going to stack a few. I'll stack a few on there. That's a nice one. A bass would be nice. Okay, finally, I believe I've got my first bite. I have. I've got my first set of bites. On the right rod. It's got a circle hook on that, so there's no need for me to strike. It's very positive. Yeah. So I think we may be onto our first fish for the night. That's with just Bluey on a dongle rig. Oh, something nice on the lug. Yeah, so we're into something. All right, I've got a bit of a fight on there. Oh, yeah, nice knocks. It's certainly given a fight, that's for sure. And it looks like we've got either a smooth hound or a doggy. But this one has got a certain fight to it, that's for sure. At least we know the dongle rig's working well. This one's a fighter, this one. So that's our first fish for the night. A dogfish, we'll get that back in. That was on the dongle rig with Bluey. And we get that back. It's fish number 1. This one was a real fighter, I tell you. We really, really wanted to fight this one. Just the lug on this one. Now, if the leads haven't broken out properly, then that would be why there's a little bit of resistance. But if they have, then I've got a fish on there. So ray or bass is what our target fish are tonight. I believe we got our first bass for this year. We do, we have our first bass for this year. A small one, but it's a bass. We caught our target fish tonight. So, here's our first bass for this year. It's not massive, but it's our first bass and it's our target species for tonight. So we will get this back and we'll look to see what we can get next. But that's a nice catch for the night. Dogfish and a little tiny schoolie bass. Click this one off and we'll put the other Portsmouth rig on. We'll move all gear back in a minute. And again, it's gone over to the left slightly, so I'm going to cast up to the right. Which is exactly what we want, all action. I'm going to move this gear back a little bit. Tide is really creeping up on us now. Here we go, we're finally there. So my chest cam, for some reason, didn't get or keep its charge, which is strange. Right, let's get that other rig rigged up. And again, we will use our fresh outs. I'm not going to skimp on these, so I'm going to put 4 on per snood. Some of them are bigger than others, like that. That's a pretty decent one there. I have blasted out the first 2 casts a long way out. The next one I'm going to bring in a lot closer with the lug on. I'm putting 2 lug on per snood because I want the absolute best scent out there. It'd be nice to get a keeper bass tonight. At least 16.5 inches or bigger. 43 centimetres would be good. I've got 2 Portsmouth rigs in circulation. Different size hooks. I really don't think it's going to be long until we've got our next fish. Now the other one, where I caught the dogfish on, I put the Bluey back out because I didn't think it was out that long. But what I'll do is I'll bring it in and now and I will switch it up for a fresh Bluey. Well, actually, Bluey and Squid cocktail, actually. I'm sorry I can't give you this first-person view at the moment because my Action 4 camera is dead. Let's see if we can get that action cam back on. Got to be able to charge. 50% charge we got. I'm going to get that Bluey in because it's been out for a while now. It's already caught a dogfish. And then I'm going to put on my cocktail, Bluey and Squid, and hopefully that will be the one that gets our ray tonight. Let's get this. Let's get this squid on, shall we? This Squid and Bluey cocktail. I'll hit it out to the right. So this is what we're going to be putting out there now. Hopefully this will be the one that gets the ray for us tonight. Yeah, what I felt was when I was releasing the line to get the right drop length, it wasn't smoothly dropping down. The line was just staying behind, slack. There's something there that's rubbing. Not sure what. So right now it's 9:50. That's to say 10 o'clock. We've got 2 hours now to the high tide. And that's when I'll be leaving at the high tide mark, about 12 o'clock. So prior to today, all of the rest of the week has been easterly winds, which hasn't been the best. And from my local tackle shop, they said that the catch rate's been quite poor for reports. And that really just reflects with what easterly winds can do to your catch rate. It has switched around a little bit to southwesterlies, but it's not very strong to make that much of a difference, but it at least has turned around. The pressure needs to be either moving up. In the beginning, stage is quite good. And when it starts to go back down again, pretty good fishing conditions. You notice I've got these bags here. This is actually from a vacuum sealer, only a cheap one. And what it is I wanted to separate all of the blueies so that I don't have to take them all with me and then they'll defrost and I have to keep refreezing them again. It's not going to do them any good. So I just take what I need with me, and then if I don't use it, at least I've not got loads of bluey all defrosted on me. I think being that bluey worked quite well for the dogfish, then we'll use it again. This is on a dongle rig. You can see there. On this dongle rig, I actually used steel wire. I didn't have any braid or anything like that, so I just used steel wire. At least if I try to cut it off, at least I'm not going to run into me cutting my line. At least that's the thought process anyway. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to using dongle rigs. It's a pretty new thing for me. Kind of always stayed with the basics, you know. So we've got 2 rigs now ready to go. And I don't think it's going to be too long until we're on to the next fish. So the dongle's on the left and the Portsmouth lug is on the right. Just waiting for that strike, just waiting for that little strike that comes in. Keep those lines nice and tight. Get the best bike registration. All right, mate. Whoa, look at that. What a beautiful hound. That is lovely.
Prawn and squid.
Just squid.
Prawn and squid.
What size hooks?
4-eye circle and a dongle and a penny dropper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it close in or far out?
Far out.
Right, yeah.
That one.
That is something that I would love to get tonight, I tell you. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's small.
Thanks for showing me. Yeah. Yeah.
You should catch some fish.
That's the right one's actually a lugworm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be another bass. Yeah. So we've had one bass tonight, and I think this might be a second bass because it's swimming directly towards me. This is lugworm. Most certainly, definitely something on there. Oh, yeah. And a bit of a tug there. Again. Ah, no, this one is a pelting. There we go, we've got a lovely little pelting there. So that's another species for tonight. So that's our second species tonight. We've got a pelting. Let's have a... There you go. We put that pelting back. That's the third different species we've had tonight. So that's really nice. Let's get that back out and see if we can catch anything else. But yeah, nice little catch that. So the guy next to me, he just caught himself a lovely smooth hound. Really good size. It's something I'd definitely like to catch. I'm yet to catch anything of significance when it comes to size. So that'd be nice. So as I said, this one is going to be casting closer. I'm not going to put this one too far out. That one's quite close in. 40 yards out. Yeah, 40 yards out, that's all. Okay, so tonight so far we've got 3 different species. Dogfish, a bass, and a pelting. This one up and over will put the bait hard on the floor. Yeah, so that right rod is only 40 yards out. So far, everything that I've caught tonight has been out of distance. What one shall we chuck out in a minute? I think we'll put the Portsmouth out again on the right rod. But we'll put it at a distance. It's not to say that we won't get anything on there. It's just that at the moment, don't seem to be any action close in, about 40 yards sort of mark. So we'll go wherever the fish is going to take the bait. We're going to have a Portsmouth rig out there. But we'll put it a bit further. See if we can get that out. Try and keep it over to the right this time. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Didn't feel right. At least I got it over to the right this time. Cast didn't feel great, to be quite honest with you. Let's get ourselves backed up a bit, up to the top this time. We've got a bit of a bank to get up here. And then we've got a massive drop on the other side. Look at that for a big drop the other side then. That. Wow. Not sure I'm going to better get this up there. It's a really steep bank. About 7 foot tall. That's it. That is it. Go down there if I need to. When I get up to the top of it, I really haven't got anywhere to move. Yep, so we're right up on this peak here. On the other side of here, see if I can show you. Down there, where the railings are, it's a big drop. And down the other side of me is a big drop. So I'm right on a razor's edge. Yeah, I was literally on the razor's edge there. Couldn't move at all. I am not kidding you. I got something substantial on there. Cool, that is fighting. God. God, I saw that go right over. Come on. Whoa, yes. Yes, what is this? We're getting a splash down there. Whoa, yes. Yes. Whoa. This is what it's more like. Yeah. Wow. Now we're on to something. Look at that. Now that is a decent sized fish. I think it's fair to say it's the biggest fish I've ever caught. Look at that. God, that is strong. And that was giving a fight. Wow. Wow, what a fish. Right. I think I've... Where's my pliers gone? Right. Now here is a fish. Beautiful smooth hound. Look at that. That is by far the biggest fish that I have ever caught. Let's get it weighed and then we'll get it back into the sea. But look at that. Honestly, I don't know where my pliers have gone. There we go. Look at that, eh? Lovely fish.
Yeah.
It's about time I caught something decent, you know. I've been catching loads of little fish.
I was sitting there after I said fish next to me, I was like, shit, he's not going to catch anything.
That's more like it. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm going to get this measured up. It's definitely a personal best for me.
Going straight away. I got bored. I started fishing for them on a bass rod.
Really?
Yeah, young was having a bit of a...
Is it?
Yeah, it's not really off yet, but there's something knocking on it.
Right. I might have if I measured the way around. I thought, wee, it's getting smaller.
I've done that in a match, and
All right.
It's got to be pushing nearly 90, isn't it?
88.
Not bad.
Just about. That is nice. I am chuffed, mate.
About 610. Over.
That. It's my first one this size, you know. I've caught loads of little ones.
You wait till you get bigger ones. Get the tide going and they go.
Right, better get this back. Ah, happy man. The little things that make us happy, eh?
It should, yeah. I've got one fish remaining actually. I'm not. Come down and catch one fish, don't care what the hell it is.
It's avoided a blank, isn't it? Wow, 83.5 ounces. Sorry, buddy, let's get you back in the sea. You are a beautiful fish. There we go. I'm a happy man. I've lost my pliers somewhere.
Was that a squid?
That was Squid and Bluey.
Bluey?
Yeah.
It's a squid.
Yeah.
We have them on Lugworm down here.
What's that?
We have them on Lugworm.
Really?
Yeah. They will take fresh out Lugworm.
Damn.
Yeah, but that shut ages.
Yeah. That was on a Portsmouth rig.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Stand corrected. It does work down there.
Like you say though, top snood.
Yeah, there's one knot on the bottom.
Yep. So this was the rig that I caught it on. It's there. And I cut it off with the knife because I wanted to get free of the rig. I couldn't find my pliers for some reason. I did actually put them in the on the rod stand little net. But I just wanted to get this on there. So that was the bottom snood there. They're semi-circle hooks on there. And the hook that actually caught it was that. That was the hook that caught it. I didn't see that. Size 3, I believe, 3.0 circle hook, full circle hook. So I think it goes without saying, I'm really chuffed. That is the biggest fish to date that I've actually ever caught. So it is 11:50 now. Got loads of lugworm left, so I shall keep them for another day. So I'm just packing up for this session now. I've got the last couple of rigs out there. They're worm baits, I believe. And I shall just leave them out there just while I'm packing up everything else. But I have to say, it's a good turnout for me tonight. Managed to get my target species. Apart from ray, obviously, I still want to get the ray. But I got bass, a pouting and a dogfish. And then I got a nice, really nice bonus smoothhound. So really, really chuffed with that. And I found my pliers, and there they are. Although they do need a bit of TLC, I could have done with them tonight when I had that smoothhound. So it's now 12:02. I think I will pack up now. I've got a fish. Fish on. Again, cast it to the right. It's given a bit of a tug. It's gone light now. It's there. And it swum over to the right. That is a bass. That is a very welcome bass. It might even be sizable. Whoa, lovely. A nice bass. Look at that. A lively one at that. There we go. That is a lovely little bass. She's getting onto some decent sized fish now. So this is the second bass of this evening, but this time it's much more sizable. And he definitely wants to have a fight, this one. But look at that. Nice looking bass there. Beautiful. Second bass for tonight. I will measure this one. So, this bass is 16 inches. 16 inches, this bass. It's not capable, but it's welcome. Yeah, exactly. But it's nice to see they're starting to come about now.
Yeah.
Because that's a couple I've got tonight now, but that's the bigger one. It's 16 inches, so it's not capable, but
Something.
it's something. Right, I shall put you back.